This moment, after months of rumors, years of speculation, and endless debates about what the future of transportation will look like, the world holds its breath. Cameras flash, news outlets go wild, social media explodes, and history itself seems to pause for just a second. Why? Because finally, Trump and Elon Musk have stepped inside the legendary self-powered car factory, a place surrounded by mystery, secrecy, and revolutionary technology that could completely rewrite the rules of the global energy game. Now, before we dive into the moment itself, let's set the stage. For decades, the automobile industry has been chained to two dominant powers, gasoline and electricity. The rise of Tesla showed the world that electric cars could actually be sleek, fast, and desirable. But still, the problem never disappeared. Charging time, battery limits, infrastructure, and above all, dependency on the grid.
People wanted freedom.
They wanted a car that could move endlessly, without ever stopping for fuel, without ever waiting for a plug. And that dream, that wild, impossible dream, is what gave birth to the concept of a self-powered car. For years, many dismissed it as science fiction. Some said it was fake, a hoax, a scam. But quietly, behind heavily guarded walls, engineers worked day and night, building a system that could change the very definition of energy. Imagine a car that charges itself, a vehicle that doesn't rely on the grid, oil companies, or even sunlight. Imagine a machine that generates its own power as it moves, forever independent. That is what this factory holds. And now, for the very first time, two of the most polarizing, most powerful, and most talked about figures on Earth, Donald Trump and Elon Musk, have walked through its massive iron gates. The air is thick with anticipation. Reporters crane their necks, journalists whisper into their microphones, and live streams hit millions of viewers in seconds. As the convoy of black SUVs pulls up, a wave of cameras follows every movement.
The doors open.
First, Trump steps out, wearing his signature suit and that familiar confident stride. He waves to the crowd, his expression unreadable but his energy undeniable. Then, another door opens. Elon Musk emerges, casual yet commanding, his sharp eyes scanning the facility with a mixture of curiosity and pride. Two worlds colliding, politics and innovation, leadership and invention, walking together into a building that could change humanity forever. The factory itself is massive, stretching out like a futuristic fortress. Its exterior gleams under the morning sun, a blend of steel and glass with lines so sharp it looks more like a sci-fi movie set than an industrial site. Security is tight, drones buzz overhead, and inside the main entrance, a team of engineers and executives wait nervously. For them, this isn't just a tour, it's history in the making. As Trump and Elon step inside, the atmosphere changes.
The noise outside fade into silence, and the hum of advanced machinery fills the air.
Robots move with mechanical precision, sparks fly as automated arms weld together pieces of futuristic vehicles, and giant screens display streams of live data about efficiency, performance, and energy output. The self-powered car is no longer a rumor, it's right here, in production, real and undeniable. Trump walks slowly, his eyes taking in every detail. He's always been fascinated by the concept of American innovation, and here, standing in the middle of this factory, he sees something that even decades of oil dominance couldn't stop. Elon, on the other hand, looks like a man who has been waiting for this moment his entire life. He knows the stakes. He knows that if this works, it could dwarf Tesla, SpaceX, and even Neuralink in terms of global impact. The two men stop in front of the first prototype. Covered by a sleek black sheet, the car waits in silence. The factory guide, an engineer with trembling hands, pulls back the cover. Gasps fill the air. The vehicle that emerges is unlike anything seen before. Smooth curves, aerodynamic design, futuristic edges that shimmer under the bright lights. It looks like the car of tomorrow, but built for today. This, the engineer says, his voice shaking with both excitement and nerves, is the world's first self-powered car. It generates its own energy as it moves, storing power in ways that no battery before has ever managed. It does not need charging stations, it does not need fuel. It is, in every sense, unlimited. Trump raises his eyebrows. Elon smiles faintly, as if he already knew. The cameras zoom in, capturing every detail, every expression, every second. This moment will be replayed across every platform, dissected by analysts, discussed by critics, and celebrated by dreamers. Trump steps closer, running his hand along the smooth surface of the car. He turns to Elon and says, This is big.
This is the future of America.
Elon replies simply, It's the future of the
World.
The engineer continues the presentation, explaining how the system uses a combination of advanced electromagnetic technology, regenerative motion, and proprietary power cycling to create a closed loop of endless energy. In simpler terms, it never runs out. The audience is stunned. Skeptics had always said perpetual motion was impossible, but here, standing before them, is a machine that appears to have cracked the code. As the explanation continues, Trump and Elon are invited to take the car for a spin inside the factory's private test track. The crowd erupts with excitement. This isn't just talk anymore, this is proof. The two men step inside the car. Trump takes the passenger seat, Elon sits at the wheel. The doors close with a quiet futuristic hiss, and for a moment, silence hangs in the air. Then, with a smooth hum, the car comes to life.
No roar of an engine, no whine of a motor. Juste a clean, steady pulse of pure energy.
The vehicle glides forward effortlessly, accelerating with a grace that seems almost unnatural. Trump grips the seat as Elon pushes the car faster and faster. Within seconds, the vehicle is flying down the test track at speeds that rival supercars, yet the dashboard shows no drop in energy, no sign of strain. It's as if the car has tapped into an endless river of power. When they finally stop, Trump steps out laughing, his usual larger-than-life personality shining through.
This is unbelievable.
I've seen a lot of things, but nothing like this. This is going to change everything. Elon, calm but visibly satisfied, simply nods.
This is just the beginning.
And just like that, the world knows.
The secret is out.
The self-powered car is real. Trump and Elon have seen it with their own eyes, touched it with their own hands, and driven it with their own feet. The news is unstoppable now. Across the globe, people begin to imagine a life without gas bills, without charging stations, without limitations. A car that powers itself forever. It almost sounds too good to be true. But it isn't. It's here.
And this is only the beginning of the story.